it's just devastating, to be honest, for obviously for Dianne's colleagues, for all the viewers who've been talking to us today, who, we've been gobsmacked by the outpouring of love and affection for her, but of course most of all for her poor family. She's got her husband and 2 young children, and everybody's thoughts really are with them. But we knew she was had a medical issue, because she got some time booked off after Christmas, hopefully to have that dealt with. And then literally 48 hours ago, we were told that she was in the Christie Hospital in Manchester, and that it didn't look good. And then yesterday we were told that, sadly she died. And, her family asked for nothing to be said yesterday, which is quite right. And, we're very grateful to all the media who've respected the fact that they didn't want that, and the news came out this morning, and the whole country is talking about it, which is a reflection of how much Dianne was loved, because she had a life before North West Tonight. She was on the Radio 1 breakfast show years ago, so she was a national figure too.
She was more than just the weather presenter, though, wasn't she? Although that's probably what she's going to be best remembered for, but particularly when Peter Kay interrupted her.
Yes, exactly. He's been in touch this morning actually to say that he's devastated to hear the news. He interrupted her, and I don't think when he interrupted Dianne, he did it twice, I think, and it was slightly before my time when Gordon Burns was still presenting the programme. I don't think when Peter interrupted Dianne, he meant to deliver what I think is her epitaph, but he did, because he got up and he interrupted her and he hugged her, and as he hugged her, he said, "Dianne Oxberry, God love her, she made it sunshine for everyone." And that says it all, Tim.
Indeed. Inside Out, of course, was another programme that she was very much associated with.
It was, and Inside Out in some ways underlined the versatility of her ability as a presenter, because that involved harder news stories, and she was able to do those too. And when you went out and you did events around the region with her, you realise just how much the public loved her. They were the one she was the one that they wanted to see, and she had time for everybody. She was one of those people, and you often hear people talked about in this way, but it was genuinely true of Dianne, that when she was talking to you, she made you feel like you were the most important person in the world. And I've seen her do that, and you watch her and you just think, yeah, that's how to do it. And she was great, but she wasn't a big head. She wasn't a celeb. She wasn't showy. She wasn't flash. She was just as happy, walking her dogs in her jeans and a wet weather coat as she was being on the telly, probably more happy. She didn't take herself too seriously. She was very down to earth, and she was genuinely as lovely in real life as she appeared on the TV. And that's all you can say, really.
Just finally, Roger, it's going to be a very tough programme to do this evening.
Yeah, it is. I've spoken to you. I've done a few other interviews as well, and it is hard. I go back to what I said first. It's tougher for nobody than for her poor family. Your heart really goes out to them. It's a complete bolt from the blue for them. But it will be difficult. It'll be an interesting. We're putting it together at the moment because we haven't had an awful lot of time to plan it, obviously, but. The big talk around the office is it's got to be celebratory. It's got to be a celebration of Dianne and all that she was great for. And again, the day started with, we'll do a bit about Dianne, then we'll have some news, then we'll do a bit more about Dianne. But when you look at the reaction that there has been around the Northwest, across the Isle of Man, the emails, the tweets, we're going to do more about Dianne than anything else. And just it's the one night and the one night only that we can do that. And I think it's right that we do.